Hi everyone, Heather here with PersephoneReturns.com, and thank you so much for watching my very first daily astrology video on my new YouTube channel. And obviously this is the first time watching for all of you who are watching this video because this channel is new and this is a new thing that I'm doing. But you know, some of you might be familiar with me from my website, you might be clients, maybe you've seen me on Astrolotta's YouTube channel, but I'm an astrologer. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is every single day I'm going to come on here and I'm going to try to do as many of these live as possible. And every evening, I'm going to do a really short, 5 to 10 minute astrology forecast for the following day. And I'm not going to go through every single sign for each of these forecasts just to keep it concise and to the point, but I will make sure to point out who is going to benefit the most and who's going to feel the most tension and challenge, and who's going to be most influenced and affected by the transits that are coming up for each day as I talk about them. So I'm going to be sure to do that. So if it is going to be affecting you and your sign more so than the others, you'll know. And so welcome to my channel. So this is my very first, astrology video that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to do daily videos. I'm planning on doing like monthly overviews, but instead of doing them for the Gregorian calendar months, I'm going to be using the lunar months. So I'm going to do it for each moon. And for each new moon, and talk about, during that lunar cycle, what's going to be going on. So look out for that as well. And in those videos, I'll break it down by sign, so that way you guys can have a better idea of what's going to be going on for you personally, because these are, again, very general, very broad forecasts. And if you want a more specific, more detailed, more nuanced interpretation of what's going on for you in the birth chart, if you want me to take a look at what you were born with, your birth aspects, along with, predictions for the future, what's coming up for you, what the energy is going to be like. I can do things like relocation, marriage, relationships, career, whatever topic it is that you want me to look at. But anyway, if you want to book a reading with me, the link is in the description of this video below. But otherwise, this is going to be a very general, very broad forecast. And in addition to doing these forecasts, and in addition to doing the monthly videos, I'm also planning to do videos where I'm talking to different people. So I'm going to have different spirituality, astrology discussions. I'm going to be doing a monthly video with my good friend Griselda Pacheco. It's going to be called Persephone's Underworld, where we look at really taboo, sort of hidden beneath the surface sorts of topics, and we're going to connect it back to the astrology. So yeah, there's going to be a lot going on here. So definitely subscribe, stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching and for listening to that spiel. So now we're going to get into the forecast for Monday, October 2nd of 2017. And so, this Monday is actually pretty nice energy for starting off the week. The moon is waxing, it's growing. The moon is actually going to be in Pisces. It goes void, of course, in Aries, and it moves into Pisces at 7:25 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's Pacific time. It's going to be a little bit later if you're on the East Coast or somewhere different. But so in the early morning hours, I wouldn't necessarily jump into something, initiate something, start something. I would wait until the moon moves actually fully into Pisces, because when the moon is void, of course, and we initiate new action, those actions tend not to work out. They tend to not actually take hold or, turn into anything. So if there's something you want to jumpstart and really start doing at the beginning of the week, I would wait, a little bit later into the morning. On the East Coast, it'll be more like 10:30 when we move into Pisces. So just be aware of that. And in the UK, it's going to be a completely different time. So just check the conversions for that. But for those of you who are on the West Coast, it'll be 7:25 a.m. And so the moon in Pisces is actually a really beautiful, very sort of magical, mystical energy. I really like when the moon is in Pisces, because things that are very unusual and very strange and very otherworldly and mystical and synchronous tend to sort of show up when the moon is in Pisces. It's a time of like manifestation, where you can think something and then it'll happen, because it seems almost as if the veils are a little bit thinner, because we're more connected emotionally, we're more connected intuitively, we're more connected spiritually. And the moon tomorrow, or today if you're watching on Monday, it's going to be making only positive aspects. It's going to be making a really beautiful trine to Jupiter, which is in Libra right now. It's going to be making a sextile to Uranus and Aries. So if you are somebody who has, sun, moon, rising sign, or any personal planets in Libra or in Aries, and you were affected pretty greatly by that, Jupiter, Uranus opposition that came exact for the final time last week. This is a time period when things can start to sort of work out a little bit more easily for you. It brings a little bit of grace, a little bit of ease. It helps you to sort of intuit what to do and what to change moving forward, where to expand, how to incorporate these like new, expansive, beautiful long-term plans and goals and things into your relationships and to create better balance and harmony moving forward. And so this is going to be, for everybody, but especially, people who have their sun, moon, rising in Pisces are going to feel this, moon in Pisces really strongly. They're going to really enjoy this energy. People who have sun, moon, rising in Aries or in Libra, this is a big week for you guys in general. Not only today is going to be a little bit nicer, a little bit easier of an energy, but we have actually a full moon happening in Aries on Thursday. And so, people who have anything basically in the cardinal signs, so that's going to be Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, you guys are going to be most affected and most challenged by this rather challenging full moon, which we'll get to as we go later on during the week, so don't worry about that. We'll definitely talk about it. But, for right now, the beginning of the week starts off a little bit easier. It starts to get a little bit more tense as we move into later in the week. Because we do have that full moon and we do have actually Mars and Venus coming into conjunction, which is tense but also really nice. Mars and Venus, even though they're polar opposites, they tend to get along really well. In the mythology, Mars and Venus were lovers, so there's a little bit going on there. And again, we'll get to that as we go later on into the week. But at the beginning of the week, it's very beautiful, very flowy. Mars is just coming off of its trine to Pluto, which came exact on Sunday. And so that was a really good energy for sparking new beginnings, intensity, causing us to jump in and do new things and, to focus on our passions and the things that we love to do, but do it in a way that's very grounded, because this was in Virgo and in Capricorn. So all of the earth signs especially will have benefited from this energy, which is still, today on Monday is still really strong and really intense. And it allows things to flow a little bit more easily. It allows us to initiate action a little bit more easily. It's really good for connecting with other people in a way that's very passionate, very sensual, very sexual, especially because Mars is coming into conjunction with Venus, and Venus is actually going to be trining Pluto tomorrow on Tuesday, which we'll talk about more in depth on Tuesday, but the energy is still there today. So we have this beautiful energy surrounding deep, intense connections and relationships where we can connect with people in a way that's beyond the surface level, beyond the mundane, beyond, small talk and chitter chatter. We're going to be creating really deep, really intense emotional connection with other people. And we're going to feel empowered in our partnerships a lot more so over the next couple of days. And this is also a really nice time, especially in the earth signs, because Venus and Pluto are both in Virgo and Capricorn. In the earth signs, with this trine going on here, this is really great for getting in control of our finances and our financial situation, getting in control of our material resources, empowering us to take back control, empowering us to do something new and to do things in a new way. And so this is a really powerful energy that we're entering into the work week with. A lot of really great momentum, great movement, and things are going to flow a lot more easily. It's not like trying to force something to happen. It's initiating action and, having all the right people and all the right partnerships flow in and help us with the action that we're trying to initiate. And so this is a really beautiful energy, especially for people who are in the earth signs, because a lot of this energy at the beginning of the week is affecting the earth signs in particular, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and also Taurus. Can't forget about Taurus, because this is going to be in trine to your sun, moon, rising, depending on, whatever it is that you have in Taurus. So people with Taurus planets, especially personal planets, are going to be affected very positively by these transits that are coming up at the beginning of the week. So really, we're off to a really great start. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to leave it here, and then I'll be back tomorrow for, the forecast for Tuesday. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share my video. And yeah, comment below and let me know how the energy is sort of feeling for you, because I'm always interested in seeing how it plays out in real life for real people, so let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.